Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. My name is Louise Colin.
And I'm Jeff Hardin. Today, Louise and I will be reading our own poems. We hope you'll enjoy them. Evening at Fox Hollow Inn. Come to the fire pit made round with fitted stones. Look to the stars, dripping light. See the constellations move over the sky. Out on the mountain, just at the edge of our yard, a coyote howls, and two more answer from the mountaintop. A deer is trapped between them. It may be just a fawn. They sing the merciless songs of nature. The mountain was old when it was created out of ancient rocks and soil pushed up toward the clouds. Trees and vines hide the coyote, deer, turkey, skunk, possums, rabbits, snakes, owls, squirrels, redbirds, and the slave-built stone wall, which is all that is left at the home of pioneers of unknown names who lived in the valley below us. The bees in their hives are sleeping. Come closer to the fire. The wind is cooling. Watch the faint light tracing the mountain top, promising tomorrow.
A Praise of Weeds by Jeff Hardin. Each of us makes his own anthology. The critics don't decide. With countless poems nobody else may know exists, but which have hallowed what it means to be alive. Subversives, me included, carry books with turned-down pages, starred lines, margin notes, each poem a wholeness clarified by years of living forth its held-close subtleties. By nature, quiet truths do not engage to argue for their worth, especially to those gone deaf haranguing some agenda. Some readers make an audience more lasting than official reciting lines that faint the air with sense, resolved, prayerful, content.
For the whole display. You can try to squeeze experience into certain frames of knowing, but some days standing next to one person opens unforeseen possibilities, atypical conversations, a memory of larkspur, and how you came to stand in one place instead of another has no answer beyond second guessings. Each person's preoccupations probably crisscross with every other person's, which makes a workable graph mostly impossible, but nonetheless worth imagining. On one axis, the sound of a frog a few minutes after midnight in the deep of a night too proud of its moon. On another axis, the swervings of waxwings, the few hundred that show up one day to search your lawn. And that's just two axes, flashing and flickering among countless galaxies. Maybe those swervings are too much to grasp, the multiples multiplying hysterical hunger. And they remind us how basically anything teems with so much unaccounted for, never to be traced or kept track of, even though one can sit before the whole display, not knowing how many droplets fall along the swan's glide to readjust its wings across an otherwise still reflection.
Taking Elaine Home by Louise Colin. We took Elaine home today and left her there with our ancestors. We left memories with her ashes, and the quiet family bones gave up in memories in return. I saw, beyond the country church, an ancient cabin long tumbled to the earth, where our great-great-grandmother, big with her last child carried on the trail, with her husband from Kentucky, found refuge to lie down and give birth to his son, now resting with them underneath these stones. The grasses waved about the cabin door and spoke of eternity.
That picture on Vermeers Table by Jeff Hardin. Not much happens in the time frames I predict. Off course by 10 years or a lifetime, I can't tell. I offer a clutch of zinnias, withered from all this waiting. Though not widely known, I've drunk for years from that pitcher Vermeer placed near blue cloth. Even with eyes closed, I'm conjugating light. 2 ironwood trees lean out from one another, mates for almost half a century. We'd never tell their roots from one another, sown above, sown below. The compliments come pouring in, but here's the truth. The one who turns his pockets out may be a miser full of indignation, a mouthpiece for his emptiness. Why the purple tanager chased in fits and starts the yellow butterfly, I'd be afraid to speculate, though in my thoughts I'm darting here and there.
Perspective by Louise Colin. You say grief eases when a year has passed. I'll stop thinking this time last year. I find that true, but many years won't bring another, who, when I say that I may choose to disbelieve the new-honed verity that wolves won't harrow humans, rather than lose that awed child-thrilling chill of bridal parties pulled by wild-eyed, foaming horses across a frozen Russia, thrown one by one to ground for evil beasts to eat, and patient, red-rimmed, lustful eyes circling wood-starved fires will only nod and smile, not needing to ask why, nor offer me a grim-eyed chase through Cation cars through city streets instead. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you join us again soon.